Hi everyone, my name is Phil Groom. Some of you may know me as director at Nemo Swimming, but my little boy knows me as Dad, and I'm also a dad on a Saturday morning when we attend our Nemo Swimming class. The hardest thing for me as a dad has been when Theo went through the wobbles. I'm sure you're aware of the term, and there's more information should you need to find out. But it's a horrible time as a parent. As someone as an ex-competitive swimmer, both me and my wife, ex-competitive swimmers, it's a real hard subject to understand how a child who goes from 1 week really loving the water, you can't get them there fast enough, to within a couple of weeks, for what you believe is an unknown reason, they go from driving in the car park and going and crying and saying, no, I'm not going. And that's really difficult as a parent. From my side, we found it tricky once we got in the water. And so for some of the activities that we were performing with the group, it was hard to keep going when the little one Theo is crying and just grabbing you and shouting no, and they're becoming strong-willed at that age, but at the same time that doesn't help in the lesson. And I think what's really hard to understand is how you keep going through that. Tracy was our instructor at the time, and she was fantastic. Very much aware of what the group were doing, at the same time as telling me as an individual what I should be doing. I don't know it all, and when I'm in dad mode, certainly don't know it all. And I think that the biggest thing is the support that we receive from not only Tracy, but actually the rest of my team. In that, by that I mean the other dads and the other swimmers in the water. What is good to know is that it does happen to everybody at some point, and slowly but surely, like ticking time bombs, 2 or 3 others in our class have already gone through it. And I'm quite glad that we have slowly but surely come out the other side. We've done that by Tracy helping us and explaining when we should miss an activity, or maybe not do a full submersion, or just do it ever so slightly different and a little bit more engaging for Theo, whether that's using a toy when others weren't, just to sort of take his mind off what was going on, take the focus away from him and what was coming next. And that's really, really helped. It happened to us in June, July time. So we had, probably a couple of weeks before then, the summer holidays hit. So I made a very conscious effort to make sure I went swimming over the summer with him, every week, as we'd normally do on the Saturday. We didn't have a holiday over the summer, but we did in September. So we came back to the lessons, then went away again. And actually the holiday was a joy, because I think through just taking him ourselves and then using the information Tracy had given us in the class, we really were able to make sure that there was not too much pressure on swimming. And what was really nice and really funny is we would now drive in the car park, and we do it again every Saturday. We drive into the car park at Beacon Hill School, and the response is, swimming, we're going swimming. And I think that's really, really encouraging from a parent's point of view, from my point of view. And we really do love going back to the classes. So my advice as a parent is stick with it. They do come out the other side. 3 weeks, 6 weeks, it's the hardest time in the world. You think your child's the only one that's going through it, and at the same time there's a slight embarrassment factor as a parent that your child is crying all the time and all the other ones are fine. But I'd best you can, stick with it, be strong. Tracy and obviously the other teachers are there for your support as well, and also your team, your group would also be there for support. So if you have any questions for us as a company, you can contact us, support@nemoswimming.co.uk. Speak to your instructor during the lesson, because they are your friend as well as your instructor. And also feel free to ask me questions should you need to, as a parent who's had a child with the wobbles, and glad to say come out the other side. So thanks very much for listening, and I hope you all are enjoying your swimming. See you soon. Bye bye.